Welcome to a novel interaction-based type thing similar to Fallen Hero Birth. Welcome to a novel called Welcome to Moreytown. Moreytown? Moreytown? Yeah, this was a game recommended by or requested by Official Noonon. Thus, now I have free time, so I'm trying to do as much videos as possible to just work on my YouTube channel. Because, hey, down the line, I want something to be happening with my channel. So, yeah, I might take this more seriously. So, more videos might be coming out, and I'll be pushing how I do my content and everything, and blah 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 blah. You know, those stuff YouTubers say. I'm trying to do my best content on my current skill level. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm starting a free demo version of this because I like how Choice of Games allow demo versions. Then if you like it, then you play the whole version. There's only 5 chapters in demo versions, I think, or something like that. But hey, this is a furry slum for human animal hybrids type story. Interactive story, to be honest. It's done by S. Andrew Swan. Anyway, let's play for free now. Let's go. Prologue. Welcome to the tail end of the 21st century. It's been a few decades since the end of the last global war, known officially as the Pan-Asian War. Here in the United States, this was a war that saw an arms race in genetic engineering. Dozens of countries tried to engineer the perfect soldier, but because of UN treaties banning the engineering of the human genome, they weren't engineering human soldiers. At the time, the United States reacted by banning the practice of genetically engineering septins or something, and even went so far as to add a new amendment. That's what's called amendment to the Constitution or something, giving the sapient products of that kind of engineering the protection of the Bill of Rights. Given the atrocities happening in labs and battlefields overseas, the measures had barely any oppositions, at least not until the refugees started coming. I'm also reading this just to improve my way of speaking as well, since my way of speaking is kind of bad from my point of view, which I'm trying to improve is by reading things out loud and thus doing these kind of things. That's why Fallen Rebirth started and all that. People do seem to like it, but not many people will like my voice in the long run, probably. Who knows? Anyway, I'll try to voice act as well if it gives me the opportunity to. Back to this, where we were. Oh wait, I forgot to do something. Return menu, change background color. This is always what I'm going with, so just for people that's like watching during nighttime or something like that. Who knows? Anyway, but it's now about 20 million Marias later. What? That's what the human calls you. Moreo, maybe Mori, if they're feeling particularly un-PC. And where there are Moreas, there's Moreytown, the slums, and Jetios, and Jetosize or something. Jetios, so you and yours call home. To date, the interrogation of Moreas into human society has been rough. Often it seems that both sides resist the idea as much as they possibly can, to the point it sometimes feels that you live on a different planet from the Pinks, okay? Which is what you Moris call humans. If you're feeling particularly un-PC. Chapter 1, the Essex arm or something. I like how he did the one, like this thing over here, the Essex arm, the chapter. You live in the Essex Arms, which you've always thought was a pretentious name for a crumbling apartment building in the middle of Moreytown. At one point, 50 years ago, this place has been luxury condos. Condos. But after the Marias started settling around the neighborhood, the old human residents sold to some anonymous development company that subdivided all the condos, that's what it's called, into low-income housing. The company name on your lease has changed every year you lived here. Right now, it's something property management. Whoever they are, they debit your account on the first, and you get a roof over your head for another month. This apartment has been your home longer than anywhere else you ever lived. It's an odd-shaped studio that was sectioned off when they converted the place. It might be kind of shabby. What apartment in this neighborhood isn't? But you could afford it without any roommates, and despite the shabbiness, you're attached to this place. In particular, I'm a larger Morio. I can't know. And it was one place where the ceiling could accommodate my size. It has a shower designed for Marios. I'm small Marios, and I got a big deal because anyone bigger wouldn't fit. This was one place where I didn't have to deal with human management. I'm a large Moria. Mario. Is it Morio? I don't know. Is it Morio? I think it might be pronounced as Morio. Just give me a sec. I'll be right back. I need to check this. Okay. From what Google Translate pretty much said is Moreau. From continuous spamming and trying to adapt to it. So it's saying, I'm a larger Moreau. And it was the one place where the ceilings could accommodate my height. Yeah, let's go with the big fella. Always gotta be big, eh? I mean, I would have went for small, but hey, let's go for a big one. Once this place must have been the great room for the original condo. Now it's just a studio with a kitchenette and bathroom wedged off one corner. But it has a 4-meter ceiling, and it was one of the only apartments you looked at where you didn't have to hunch over to avoid bumping your head on a light fixture. Not that any of that really matters to you at the moment. It's 5 o'clock, Tuesday morning, and even though you're standing in your apartment, you're not really there. You received some bad news yesterday, and you can't avoid thinking about it. When you came home on Monday, you received an eviction notice. You received a subpoena to appear in court to answer charges. I have a subpoena to appear in court to testify. I have a letter from IRS. Okay, I'm choosing what's my fate. I'm chose to be evicted, but I've been living here for so long, so that's a bit weird. I received 2 subpoena to appear in court to answer charges. I received testify. Okay, I'm gonna go IRS. What was IRS? I keep forgetting everything. IRS is come on. Just need to know about one thing. I don't even know what the hell is going on. I'm chosen to be evicted out of my apartment, or to answer charges at court, or to testify in court, or to receive a letter from IRS, which is Inland Revenue Services or something. These are tough decisions right off the bat. I don't even know what the hell to choose. Let's say I have to testify. I don't know. Against a local drug dealer again about a bar fight in a case of virtually homicide. Against a bar fight. It wasn't your fault that two gangs of Moreys decided to physically arbitrate some disagreement and trash a bar around you. You managed to defend yourself long enough to get out unhurt, but someone somewhere pointed the cops at you as a witness. You made a statement hoping that it would be the end of it. Apparently not. Considering how many folks got arrested that night, the subpoena, I don't know how to pronounce that, subpoena something, is probably the first of many. You spent the afternoon fuming about the news until you finally decided to try to take your mind off it. However, despite the best of intentions, it didn't go so well. The subpoena still dominated your thoughts even as you tried to talk to an old ex, hook up with. I didn't really have sexual relationships. I just tried to find a friend to talk to. Let's go with the third option. Maybe the universe just has it in for you, but no one you knew was lurking around your usual hangouts. You went for a drink at Johnny's, a local bar around the corner. But even the bartender, a weasel with a lips and a cloudy right eye, only paid your problems minimum attention. After a while, you even sounded pathetic to yourself and headed home. Your inability to unload your problems on anyone else left you feeling isolated last night. You feel even more so right now, awake before dawn, naked and alone in your apartment. Why are you naked anyway? Really, who wears human clothing in their own home? I just got out of the shower. I was working out to try to forget about this. I was working out. I'm a tough guy, you know, eh? Physical activities has always helped clear your mind, and human designed clothing is an impediment to a good workout. You spent the last hour exercising on the roof, and you've just returned to your apartment. And when you catch your reflection in the mirror, what do you see? A male. A dude. Rodent. Feline. I don't know about these meanings, so I might look this up. Then I'll choose what it is. Rodent is like an animal thing. I forgot what it was. Rodent is that's a rat. Canine. That's what it is. Second option is canine, which is a dog. Right. Feline, which is a cat. Now my memory is kicking. Yeah, feline is a cat. What is a urson? Urson. What is urson? Urson is relating to or resembling bears. Okay. I can be a rodent, a canine, a feline, or a urson. So in other words, I can be a rat, a dog, a cat, or a bear. Oh, dude. I want to be the bear. I resemble as a bear. So my fighting capabilities are high. I could be a cat, but the cat doesn't really... I'm going to go with the bear. Right. You're one of the least common types of Maria. Oh, I keep forgetting the pronunciation of this. Moreau. You are one of the least common types of Moreau. Bears were difficult to work with and only were developed as a heavy infantry in a few countries. and fewer still ever made it to the States. You're larger than anyone else aside from other bears. While bears tend to be slower than average, they also tend to be the most deadly in close quarters. You're never going to lose yourself in a crowd, so you're just a lonely bear pacing naked in front of his apartment's sole window. Mirror, 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 right? The subpoena rattles around in your brain despite your best efforts to take your mind off things. It's just too easy to dwell on it now, when it's too late to sleep and too early to go to your poor excuse for a job. Silently, you wish for something to take your mind off everything. As you pace past the window, the universe, preserved as it is, decides to grant you wish. I rely on scent. I smell something wrong. I tend to focus on hearing, and there's an odd sound. I have pretty sharp ears, and I see something in my apartment. I have decent night vision. I see something in the darkness. Oh, bears normally smell, right? No. Bears with a sharp eyesight. You blink a few times and you notice a faint hollow around the overhead lights. You stare at it until your eyes sting. Smoke? Very faint. But it's definitely smoke. Something's burning. No! You don't want to believe that the building is on fire. You rush to the window and the smoke has gotten bad enough that your eyes sting. You can barely see the lights outside your window. You don't have the best night vision, but the haze outside has made the dark of early dawn nearly impenetrable. If you weren't suddenly paying attention, you could have missed the first muffled boom. The vibration feels almost too distant to be real, as if it's happening somewhere else. You want to think it's a car crash, maybe a runaway delivery van. The navigation controls on those automated vehicles seems to fail with a lot more frequency in your neighborhood. But you know that's not what it is. Even before the real explosion. Chapter 2, Out of the Fire. Ooh, I like where we're going, actually. But then again, the chapter is going pretty fast. So, yeah, this is interesting. A horrendous explosion rocks the building, felt more than heard. For a moment, it seems as if your whole apartment tilts one way, then the other, throwing your face first into the ancient shag carpeting. The smoke burns your eyes, making them water and blurring your vision. The air is getting hard to breathe. You struggle to your feet. The subpoena now completely forgotten. You stand naked, hand over your mouth, filtering the smoke. You don't have much time to escape. Are you gonna grab anything before you get out? Are you kidding me? The place is on fire. I need to get out now. I grab my clothes. I can't go running outside naked. Grab my phone. I need to call for help. I grab my wallet. It's all my cash in it. I grab my clothes. No. I grab my wallet then, because then I can buy some clothes. Let's go naked. Let's go naked outside, boys. You grab a wallet off the small table by the head of your bed. There's only two ways out of the apartment: the front door to the hallway outside, and the window. Both appears equally dangerous, since you don't have any clear idea how bad the fire is in either direction. The window is the quicker exit if you can force it open, but there's no fire escape off your apartment. If there's ever has been one, some street level entrepreneurs had sold it for scrap long before you ever moved in. So that way is an unsafe climb down the side of the building. The corridor isn't precarious, but it's more likely to have the way blocked by smoke or fire, and more likely to have other tenants crowding the way out. Force the window. I don't want to be caught up in the escaping crowd. Run out the door. Escape that way is faster than climb. Force the window. Climb doesn't scare me. Run out the door. Someone needs to pull a fire alarm because it's not going off. What do I do? Let's pull the fire alarm if there's any. Right, you dash out of the door to your apartment. The corridor beyond is hazy with smoke, but the way to the stairs seems clear. You break into a run for safety, ducking as low as you can manage. To avoid the worst of it, a few meters away from your apartment is a small red box on the wall. You reach up and pull the white lever just under the word fire. Collection squeak in your ears, and a strobe light flashes somewhere above you, beyond the smoke. Before you resume your escape, you hear someone groaning in response to the alarm. It sounds as if it's coming from behind the apartment door, closer to the stairs. I ignore it. I'm not here to do the fire department's job. I pound the door, calling if to see someone's in trouble. I'm a good guy. I pound on the door. I stop and pound violently to the door, yelling, Are you all right in there? You have to repeat yourself several times. After several nerve-wracking sounds, the door creaks open on an elderly feline with a shaggy coat of greyish shot tawny fur. It's too hazy in the corridor to make out his exact species, but he's obviously one of that doesn't age well. His joints are knobby and arthritic, and his pupils are completely dilated and silvery with cataracts. The disoriented cat wheezes, Who is this? At you before breaking into a coughing fit. I grab the cat by the arm and run for the stairs. Tell the cat he needs to get out of here. The building's on fire. I'll call for someone to take this guy off my hands. I wasted enough time with this since all far time to go. I tell the cat. Then again, he's an old man. Let's try the second option. You try to talk to him, but he keeps mumbling about a broken garbage disposal and how he thinks the toast is burning. He doesn't even seem to register what I'm saying. Okay. Grab the cat by the arm and run for the stairs. Yeah, let's go with that. The old Moreytown. The old Moreytown seems more confused than frightened. That you guide him easily towards the steps while he keeps muttering things like, that man is a quack, they wouldn't let work on humans. And it's not Friday. And did they send you here for disposal? You tune him out as you both merge with a line of other tenants escaping the building down the stairs and out the emergency exit. You let him out onto the streets where firefighters are already assuring people a safe distance from the building. Someone sees you leaving the building with a cat and calls from the crowd. In a few moments, a trio of similar looking felines rush up through the crowd. They take the old guy from you, obviously relieved. Timothy, one says, You're right. Another claps your hand and says, Thank you. I don't know if he could have gotten out of there by himself. The crowd surges with more folks fleeing from the burning apartment building. And a sea of furs separates you from them before you can talk more. Relieved that the old guy is safe, you merge into the crowd for walkers across from the excess's arm. It's a scene of complete chaos outside as you've shoved deeper into the crowd of Moreytown massing across the street. Half seems to be tenants of the excess arms. You can tell because of the sense of fear and confusion that follows them around, like you. The majority of the tenants hadn't managed to dress before escaping. But while most people wear something to appease the humans' nudity is not rarity among fur-being people, especially in the Moreytown. The rest of the crowd are the walkers that seems to spontaneously appear on the street whenever something starts burning. You stare over the heads of the crowd to see what's happening with your building. Half of it is engulfed in flames. You are lucky. The fire is concentrated on the structure opposite the side where you had made your exit. Cherry red flames roll from windows in the lower stories, vomiting clouds of black smoke that half the time hid the rest of the buildings from your view. You only catch a glimpse of the upper stories, but the few times your apartment window is visible, it appears to be untouched so far. Several fire trucks are here now, and dozens of human firefighters swarm the street between the crowd and the fire. They're pouring water into the building while tiny black drones orbit above them, shining spotlights on hot spots and victims still trapped in the building. 3 drones hover in front of a third-story window, above some of the worst flames, aiming at blinding trio of spotlights at an opening that seems miraculously free of flames. For the moment, a truck levers a ladder towards the window as the inferno below it receives the heaviest attack from the fire hose. You catch sight of a small white furred figure in the upper window, frantically waving at the humans running the ladder truck. A firefighter mounts the ladder and starts climbing up, even as it still swings into place. Suddenly, the lower floor belches a rolling pall of black smoke between your side of the street and the building. Despite the spotlights, for several tense moments, the top of the ladder and the firefighter are invisible. Then a cheer comes from the crowd as the firefighter backs down the ladder, half leading and half carrying a small white furred Morey. It's Morey. I need to keep figuring out, is it the same word I'm saying? Moreau. Right. It's Moreau. Small white furred Moreau. You feel a surge of emotion. I want to punch something right now. I'm relieved they saved that person. I'm hoping that fire misses my apartment. I want to run for cover. I'm relieved they saved that person. Yep, I'm relieved. Right, okay, how close? This will be a short one actually. Yeah, like a 20 minutes one or so. It's just to let things go and see how it feels. I think I like how the story goes. It's straightforward and everything. So I might buy this novel or interactive story. So yeah, I might stop here for the time being. Well, I can't talk for some reason. I think I reached my limit, to be honest, in speaking out loud. I might stop here. It seems pretty interesting. Welcome to Moreytown. It's way different to Fallen Heroes Rebirth, and it gives way too much options, which just throws me off. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. So I might actually get this and keep going. There'll be more later on after I finish this one. And yeah, I'm also structuring out my way how I upload things. So please keep an eye out as well. And also, I am streaming. Yes, like different times on Twitch. Yeah, link will be in the description below. And I might set up my Twitch page as well to show when I will going live and stuff. A schedule, to be honest. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye and be safe.